everything seems to be working good. Hello, and welcome. All right, so for today, I am going to be continuing to work on my Shirako from the Acceleracers cosplay, which, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, but everything's going really well, so I'm super excited. Last time I was in the process of gluing them together and making these smartwatches. Now today I'm going to be painting them. So I am really excited. I've already started painting on one, kind of experimenting with what color grays I like. And this one I have not started at all. Of course, paint already got on it somehow. I don't know how that happened, but they're already primed with plastic dips, so all ready to go. Yeah. I'm just going to, you know what? To show you guys, I'm just going to start from the beginning. So I'll put this one aside for right now. I'm going to put my water over here. And so I made a mixture of gray. You know what? I'll show you what my palette definitely needs to be cleaned. That is on the list of things to do. To make this gray color, I added a bit of titanium white. I really like these Liquitex colors a lot. They, even after drying, they stay very flexible, so it's great for foam and like cosplay pieces, because it never cracks. And if the foam pieces become wrinkly from like just wear and use, they can easily be like heat shaped back into place, which is really nice. All right, and then putting that aside, so going back to my colors, I'm using a little bit of ivory black, and I'm using a little bit of this light blue in the gray, because, as you all know, I like to at least work with a little bit of color, and I'm going to add to this gray that I've already been mixing here. It's already starting to dry up. I was working on this one right here right before today's stream. Adding a bit of blue. I always like to add a little bit of color to my grays. Just, I think it adds more dimension. A bit more white. And it's still pretty thick. So I'm going to add in a bit of water, just a little bit. I don't want it to be super watery, but I'm just making it so it's more like pliable. Hey, it's Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? Aw, thank you. Thank you, Evo Leia. Hey, good job getting the stream streak. That's awesome. Yay to earning achievement. Good, I'm glad you're doing good, Evo Leia. I'm doing pretty good. Today was a late start for me. I slept in and I totally did not mean to at all. That was a big whoopsie, so I didn't get as much done today as I would have liked to, just because I accidentally slept in. But other than that, going pretty good. It's been a good chill day for me. So, can't complain. I have nothing to complain about. Alright, now that I have my gray mix, I'm going to put it aside here. And I have one of the smart watches. I know. You're right. It does. From time to time, it seems to happen. Can you see it good? Yeah, you can see it good. Now this is just the first layer. So it's not gonna be perfectly solid the first go through, which is okay. Especially with these lighter colors on the dark primer. Yep, and just going around all the tiny details. Probably too big of a brush to go around these tiny details, but they're gonna be painted anyway. Kind of like painting on canvas. I have the same rule here, always work back to front. So I'm gonna start with the big sections first, not going right in for the little details. So background first, then the tiny details will be next. Hey, it's Win! Hi, Win, how you doing? I know it's still kind of weird that I stream later in the day on Fridays. It's okay when it'll take some time getting used to. Even for me, I was like, wait a minute. I think it hit around 2 o'clock, and I was like, ah, I stream in like an hour. I'm like, oh yeah, I stream in an hour. Yeah, we'll all get used to it eventually. Eventually it'll start feeling normal. So it just was a scheduling thing. Um, it just things going on with the family, and we want to schedule things earlier in the day on Fridays, but never can because it's like, oh, I want to be a part of this, but we can't because I stream, and it was happening a lot. So I was like, why not just like push it more towards um like late afternoon? It ended up making just a whole lot of sense with schedules and everyone else's schedule. And for me, technically, the streaming is pretty flexible, you know, like I kind of choose my own hours. So, yeah, there we go. And if I miss some spots, that's okay. Because this is just the first layer. I'm actually really happy with how these like little cuffs turned out. And I'm happy that I ended up changing them, even though that was a bit of a pain at first, and kind of like, are you freaking kidding me kind of energy, that I didn't pay close enough attention to the details and the actual shape of these. I was like, what? But you know what? I'm happy I went back. I have no regrets. I think I would have regretted it if I didn't finish it. If I didn't correct myself, then I would have had regrets. I just don't know now what to do with the other cuffs. I hate wasting, and especially too, like, both those kind of took a lot of material. So, and I'm not completely sure what to do with them. They're saved. I didn't throw them away. I'm sure I'll find a project for them. I always happen to do so. Yeah. Yeah, it just made the scheduling just made more sense. It works better with like what like family time and that kind of stuff. Just made a lot more sense to do it in the evening for our Fridays. Are you kidding me? Kitties. Speaking of kittens or kitties, I uh have that pet portrait I'm supposed to do that's still sitting over here on a wood block. Um that I am needing to work on. So I think after I get like more of Shirako over here completed, I'm going to work on pet portrait. That might be fun to do on stream, a little pet portrait. I remember I did Clove a long time ago. Not that long ago, it's like a year ago. I did Miss Clove. Yeah, true, Evolea, very true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to waste. I am someone where, like, it bothers me to be wasteful. And I don't want to do that. I mean, I don't see it as a waste. I ended up learning from them. And if I didn't go, I feel like if I didn't go through that process, I wouldn't have the product that I have sitting right here. Oh. Um, so I don't completely count it as a waste. I mean, I gained knowledge. uh, but I don't know. Now they're just like a set of lonely smartwatches or cuffs just sitting in my bin of EVA foam. Just sitting there. I'll find some use for them. Gosh, I need to start on his wig. I know I've been saying that for days. For days and days. I think once I like kind of clear up a lot of my table space here, because even if I wanted to start working on the wig, I don't really have much table space. So yeah, gotta finish. Started painting the vest last night, and that's going good. I finished painting the t-shirt too last night, which was good. I just have to like cut the bottom now of the t-shirt. It's kind of like this, it's not straight flat across cut. It's more like a melon scoop kind of thing. Kind of cut. It's like a U-shaped cut in the front and the back. So I'll need to modify that shirt, cut it and re-sew it, which that should be fine. Yeah, the little clove painting. I'm glad that everyone enjoyed, or no, everyone did enjoy watching me paint the little clove. I'll have to, maybe I'll do another pet portrait on here. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you for posting the Discord. Uh-oh, don't want that to happen. These things are so tricky since they're like round. They kind of like to flop. And I can't have any of the edges touch because they're all like wet. So it's at least I have two where I can kind of tag team. So yes, there's still like a lot on this one to paint, but like I just said, it kind of needs to sit. So I'm gonna put that one aside and I'm gonna bring this one forward. No, don't tip over. Wants to like tip over. As I'm like playing with it so it doesn't tip over. Don't tip. There we go. It's like don't touch any edges that are wet. Aww, that's so sweet. What did your Win? What did your sister-in-law think of the clove sticker? Now that I have the second layer on here, I'm almost looking at the reference picture in front of me. I'm wondering, are these too light of gray? I think it needs to be like a tad darker, just a hair. Not by much though. Yeah, maybe even a little darker than that. Maybe a little bit more blue. Just adding a bit more blue. I know, not that much change in color. Now I think they need to be ever so slightly darker. All right. Putting this forward. And I'm gonna add in a bit more blue too. Just to add a bit more dimension and color. This should be more like it. Let's see. There we go. I think, yeah, I like this shade of gray a lot better. Aww. That's so cute. Aww. I'm glad, Win, that your sister-in-law likes seeing the clove clips and she likes the clove sticker. That's so cute. We all love Clove here. She's right now sleeping in my window. I'm like, she's so cute, I don't want to disturb her. Yeah, and I use this new foam clay to seal in the gaps, and then I sanded it, and it actually ended up working out really, really well. I really like this foam clay stuff that I accidentally stumbled upon. I just needed foam clay and acquired some, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, this is much better than any foam clay that I've used before. It actually like sticks. Painting the inside. I mean, painting the inside I feel like is a artist's choice. A lot of cosplayers will not paint the insides of like any area where you won't see it because you won't see it, so why use the paint? I like to have things feel whole and complete, so I like to at least do one coat of paint on sides that you won't see, um, even though there's really no purpose to it, but I'll feel it's more complete. It's a totally artist choice. Okay, will do, Win. Will do. I mean, she's always sleeping by my window. I just gotta take a picture. And I'll share with you next time that I do. If I can remember. Gosh, lately, like, I feel so bad because my memory's kind of been bad because my brain is just so full. So I've been feeling kind of bad, but thank you for everyone who's been patient with me. Just washing my brush. So is anyone else working on any projects this fine day? Are you painting alongside me, creating alongside me? Or are we all just hanging out? And it's okay if you want to just hang out. Not to worry. That's awesome. That's awesome, Win. You got a new drawing book and you got some canvases. I bet that's super exciting. I know it's always super exciting when you get new art supplies, or at least I get excited when I get new art supplies. I'm like, oh, the possibilities that I can make with this. There we go. And now the tricky thing is going to be trying to make this exact shade of gray again. That's going to be tricky. It's always the tricky thing about mixing your own colors is like trying to color match exactly over again. And sure, I could just make big batches, but I don't because acrylic paint dries so quickly. My goal for these cuffs is to either get them done by tonight or almost get them done. Getting them both done, I think, is ambitious. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, honestly, but I would like to get them almost done. And for today's stream goal, because I'm going to work on these even after the stream, but today's goal is to at least get all the gray done. That would be nice. That'd be nice. And maybe start on the orange screen for one of the watches. Nice. That's exciting, Lynn. What are you gonna start drawing? All right, so. Oh, derp. I didn't get this. I was like, I'm done, and I skipped this entire section right here. Look at that. There we go. All right, now I gotta put it aside. And I have to mix more paint because what's on here is not much and pretty much dried up. Let's see how well I can color match it. All right, just kind of making up your drawing as you go. Do you have a subject in mind, Lynn? Like, are you gonna do a landscape? Or are you thinking of like a portrait, a character, some fan art? Or are you completely making up as you go and doing some abstract? Aw, thank you, Win. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to cosplay a character no one really cosplays. It's gonna be awesome. I want to bring this super chill DJ driver to life. Now just painting the insides. Painting more. Nice. Nice. So gonna practice facial features. That's cool. That's awesome, Win. And now doing the second layer on this one. See, even just taking a minute to let the paint dry from the first layer, put on the second one. It makes so much a difference. It makes it like the prop look so much more solid. Yep. I also like this paint too because some acrylic paints when they dry like matte. That's why there's such thing as like top coat shine and that kind of stuff. But I really like Liquitex because it dries kind of shiny, so you don't really need that. I at one time tried this other acrylic brand that dried matte, and oh my gosh, it was like the texture was so weird. It was when I painted it on, it was super watery, which threw me off because I'm used to this. This is like much thicker paint. And then, but the coverage was pretty good. But then it like the matte texture was like chalky. It's almost like I painted my props. And yes, I used like some of my cosplays. I used to paint. And it bums me out because like my Killjoy cosplay was painted with that paint, and there are areas in on her backpack that are cracking, and the acrylic paint's actually like there's crack marks. Like I can see the plastic dip underneath. Like you could see these little black veins, and I'm like, no, I should have never used this acrylic paint. I should have just stuck with what I know, and it would have never happened. But oh well, it is what it is. That's why too. I used to not be picky about brands at all, but ever since I started like taking my art more seriously and that kind of thing, and now I'm making things not just for fun but for resale, and I I really care about the quality. I care about the quality of products that I'm working with. There we go. Looking good. I know, I'm super happy with this so far. Oh, let me bring it forward a little bit. Nice. Nice win. Well, have fun. Have fun shopping. There we go. And yeah, it's not perfect here, but that's okay. I'll go back in. Like I said, this is just the base coat. And I'll go back in more carefully with the details. Kind of, these do stand up, but just, there we go. Aw, thank you. No, I like them a little bit more sharper edges. It gotta be a little more cleaner. See how the lines are kind of like wavy? Yep, I want it like really crisp and clean lines. So it will be in the end. But thank you, Wen. I'm flattered. I'm remixing some gray because I ran out again. That's what happens when you only mix in in small batches. Constantly remixing colors. But I gotta do small batches, otherwise the paint dries too fast. Hey, it's Nacho. Hi, Nacho. How you doing? It's good to see you here. Oh, and I see that Win also got a stream streak. That is awesome. Yes, dancing dinosaurs. And Blood too. Good job, Blood. That's awesome. You get dancing dinosaurs as well. Nacho, you're eepy? What? How was your day, Nacho? How you doing? I'm doing on. I'm doing good. It's all good. I was like, what's that mean? I'm doing on. On what? Nacho, do you care to share? Good, good. Glad you're doing good. Almost done with the second coat on these little guys. Gotta make sure it's good coverage everywhere. Oh, damn. I totally forgot about this part right here. I was like, wait, did I not do a second coat here? Looks like I didn't. Hey, it's Leia Dovis. Hi, Leia Dovis. How you doing? Making some little foam cosplay smartwatches here. Moving along on this cosplay. it's slowly coming together. You're all good, Win. You're all good. I understand what you mean. Thank you, Leodovis. Thank you. Yeah, I think that they are looking pretty cool too. I think they're looking pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. All right. I'm going to set this one aside, let it dry, and then I'm going to do some second layers on this one. This one, it's kind of patchy. I've already done second layers on it in some areas. In some areas, I have not. This is also why I like kind of tag teaming working on projects, because like see, like here I have two and I can bounce back and forth while waiting for paint to dry. It dries fairly fast, but still. This also comes in handy when I'm like working on the horns, and I can work on many horns all at once, because when I'm waiting for stages. Seems like I can't touch any edge of this. Yeah, these are like they were awkward to put foam clay on and awkward now to paint because of the shape. These little guys are quite the sculpture. I do want to add some like highlights and shadows as well, like different grays, because I think it's very flat. So I want to add like lighter gray on top, darker gray shadows. Yeah, it'll give it a cartoony kind of feel, but I'm kind of okay with that. I don't mind giving it more of a cartoony look. I'll paint the underneath. Oh, at least I'll do. I just don't want to touch anything. I don't want to touch anything I'm not supposed to. I accidentally smudge something. and then have to retouch it up. Ooh, nice. That's awesome, Leodovis. That is so cool. I can't wait to see the cosplay. That is awesome. I think one time, right, you sent me like sketches of your OC. I think that's gonna be so cool. Hey, and it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Going pretty good. Going pretty good. Alrighty. So now these two I think are pretty good. I don't know. I'm a little like I want to move on to the screens. But I'm a little worried about how like I don't want to smudge them. You know what? I'm gonna move on to the screens. I bet you, I know this one still needs to sit off to the side. But this one here, I'm pretty confident should be okay. As I'm like trying to carefully touch it, like don't touch it, and then it just rolls away, but it doesn't look like it's smudged. I think it's okay. Okay, so for the screen, which is right here, um, it looks like a spaceship. Um, it's orange. It's like a bright orange, kind of like the same orange that I was using for the t-shirt and the pants. Um, doing orange on the base of this primer, it's gonna be multiple layers of orange because orange and all the warm colors are kind of transparent, and I don't want to sit there and still be frustrated after 5 layers. So kind of like the pants, I'm gonna do a layer of white. Aw, I'm sorry, Leodovis. I'm sorry you're having problems with find. I'm sure you'll find someone. There's lots of really talented cosplayers out there. Um, I'm sure. Or you could have it as a fun project for yourself. Why not try making it yourself? I know you showed me drawings and sketches of exactly what you want the headset to look like. I mean, heck, I made the headphone headset for Shirako here, and I just have like a normal wire headband, and then I built off of that. So I'm sure you could say, why not? Be creative. Try making it yourself. There we go. No, orange is, at least from my knowledge, orange is more than just a shade of brown. Maybe some people view it that way, especially like people who are colorblind. I'm sure there's someone out there that just views orange as brown. But no, orange is its own color. Traditionally. Because not all not all browns, if you lighten them, turn into orange. There's actually lots of browns that are more green, more blue, more purple. There's orangey browns, there's red browns. Brown almost happens just when colors get muddy. There's also browns that are more tan. There's all the different shades. There we go. At least I have these thin brushes for these little nook and cranny pieces, little shapes. There we go. Well, Leodovas, you could always learn. You know, if some things are beyond your expertise, could always try, learn, figure it out. Sure, the first time it might not be good, but just keep trying. I mean, even me with my painting, like, I didn't just wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I just feel like painting today. And then with no skill or knowledge, suddenly create a masterpiece. No. Either with my foam smithing, no way could I make what I'm making right now, even this piece, with like when I first started cosplay. Oh my gosh, I remember when I first started, I didn't understand patterns at all. Just thought of making a pattern and I was like, what? That is way over my head. And so I would just kind of like sketch things out on foam and cut it and then pray that it would work. Actually, shockingly enough, most of the time it worked out. Um, so yeah. Yeah, but try, experiment. That's what's fun about crafting is that you get to experiment with all these different materials and you get to learn all these new skills. Alright. Just cleaning up a lot of the edges here. I think the hardest part that I'm having with this cosplay is how clean everything has to be and how like that's where I'm like it's getting me because I'm not used to doing such clean characters like this. There's reasons why I like the gritty gremlins because I feel like I can have like so much fun with the different textures and I can have freedom with textures and with Shirako here, oh man, it's definitely been a challenge for me because the perfectionist side's really coming out. Like, I want this to be good, I want it to be perfect. Where when I was doing characters like Jinx, if it's a little messed up, I'm like, it looks better. I love it. Nope, can't do that with Shirako. I can't hide mistakes with like details or grit or grime or anything. Thank you, Eva Leia. Thank you. No, I want it to be 100%. That's the thing with me. I'm like, I have a vision in my head and I know how I want it to be. And that's that. And then just doing another layer of white. So this will be a really good base for the orange. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, these will be awesome. It's definitely a process anytime crafting or creating or any of that. For sure, always a process. But that's how it goes. There we go. All right, I think that'll be a really good base for the orange on the screen. Trying to get it to stand up so it doesn't roll over. Now bringing the other one forward. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. There we go. Yeah, I think the trickiest part is really just getting straight, exact, precise lines. I think the best way, though, the technique to do that is having a soft brush and just being slow. More the best way around it. There we go. And I'm gonna go back in with the gray. I don't have much gray still, like still on the palette, but I'm gonna try. Trying to be very blended, going around the edges. Now blending both sides so it seems more of like a seamless transition from one part of the watch to the next. And now I'm gonna do it to the other side. Oh no! Hey, that's okay, Win. Not to worry. Aw, thank you, Leodovis. Thank you. Trying my best. Hey, I see the fairy bot, aka Caw. Hi, Caw. You can't hide through the fairy bot. You're all good. Don't worry about it. I know this is normally your streaming time anyway. So you are all good. You're all good, Win. No worries. Yeah, get to it whenever you want. Not to worry. Yes. Yep. Leia Dovis, to answer your question, this is for the same character with the puffy white vest. And there we go. All right. So now that I have a good kind of base colors going on, I think I want to work on the shadows and add in shading to add more dimension, because if I just left it like this, I think they're kind of flat. and I think they could be a lot more interesting. So, have this one here, if it would stand. Actually, bringing out this little flap I've noticed has helped. There we go. Kind of makes a little stand for itself. And I will have to put that aside because I'll bring forward the paint palette, the very full paint palette. I swear, after this painting session, or I'm gonna let the paint dry a little bit and then I'm gonna clean it because it's also very heavy. Not like it makes that much of a difference because I always just put it like on the table, but it's pretty heavy. It's a lot of paint buildup. I was trying to think of things to do with the paint chips that I like cut off from my palettes, and I thought, how cool would it be? It'd be heavy though, but it might look cool. Is like taking the paint chips and putting them on a headband with horns, and then paint the horns not like pretty like how I've been doing, but more abstract with like dripping paint. And do some kind of like art fairy. Like kind of more like a living canvas kind of thing. I don't know if anyone would like that or if that would fit with anyone else's characters like very naturally. I think that's a very specific character, but it might be interesting. Also too, that I know that headpiece is gonna be so heavy with all those paints of like paint chips. Might turn into some cool art piece though. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just stick to gluing these on canvas, which I actually should make another piece like that. I think that'd be cool. I gotta do that one of these days. Maybe I'll do it on stream one day and show everyone how I do show you all how I make my three-dimensional paintings. It's been a while since I've made one too, and trust me, I have a lot of paint chips. I have so many paint chips. Yeah! Well, Leodovus, if hopefully I get this one done soon, because I have a couple weeks to finish him. So soon enough, you'll see the finished product. Trust me, this is not going to be one of my cosplays that I start and then never finish. I'm actually kind of over that chapter. If I start any cosplays, I want to actually like finish them. And I do like this theme of like once I start a project, I continue it and I continue working on it until it's completed rather than like, oh, I'll just get to it whenever. I find that doesn't really work, at least for me. And now I'm just kind of blending. Almost feeling like maybe this brush is a little too big for what I'm trying to do. Let's get turning out a bit chunky. So I'm gonna switch. Whoa, that's bad. Yeah, one of the, you know what? I should make, I wish I had like a little stand to put this on. Like something to keep it from rolling away. Because they're constantly like, no, don't roll away from me. Nice. Nice win. Ooh, that's cool that you found a jacket that kind of looked like Karma's. Yeah, that reminds me, I do want to finish Karma's jacket as well. Originally, I was gonna try to finish that cosplay in the time that I'm doing Shirako, but I was like, no way could I finish her in time, especially with that jacket and me making it from scratch. And I've never like sewn with pleather before or sewn a jacket from scratch. And even though yes, I'm on the right path, I just don't think I could get it done in the time frame that I have. But with Shirako, I feel like I can. I mean, yeah, my butt's moving. I'm definitely working hard to get everything done in time, but I can customize clothes fairly fast. I can make things out of foam fairly fast. I'm not as fast as a lot of cosplayers out there, but I'm okay-ish in speed, I think. I see how some cosplayers work so freaking fast, and I'm like, guys, how? How do you work so fast? I swear, I think some cosplayers out there have like secret foam smithing mice that live in their closet. Because they'll be like, oh, I just made this, and I'm like, you made a whole suit of armor in a month? What? Insane. Insane. The adding dimension really adds in a lot of interest. Like shadows, all that. Sometimes I swear, like just adding a little bit of highlights and shadow to a piece can really elevate it by a lot by just doing minor things. Share my knowledge. Win, that's what I'm doing right now. Sharing my process, my knowledge. A lot. what what would you like me to expand on or share more of, Win? What piece of knowledge do you desire to know more about? Oh. Gotcha, Win. I see what you're doing. Anything art and painting related. I mean, right here, I really can't think of anything on the spot. Normally, when I share my wisdom, it's because I'm doing something and I'm like, oh, wait, here's a tip and trick. There we go, and just adding some shading underneath the details here. Yeah, so these details right here are actually like animated flat. It's kind of just a design that's put on top of the object, but I thought it'd be more interesting if they were three-dimensional. So kind of using my own interpretation of these buttons here. Something I don't do. I don't know. Something that I don't ever do. I don't know. I think that's like another thing that it's like, oh, I think of when I'm like doing something and I'm like, hey, don't do this. I've tried it. It's a mistake. I'm trying to think. I think like something that I don't do when it's coming to cosplay is just like saying it's good enough for the pattern. Like if I'm making a pattern, I make sure that it's perfect before I move on to the next step. I never just like slap something together and go, it's good enough, because then it's going to relate problems in the future. If you don't have a good solid pattern, then you're not gonna have a like solid piece of, like, either if you're making armor or props, like it's just gonna continue having problems going down the line as you create your cosplay. So I would say spend the extra minute, make a good solid pattern, then move on to the next step. Don't cut corners, don't rush things. Also, too, I think a big thing is don't rush it when creating art. I think that's a big mistake. It's like art takes time. Nothing's done in 5 minutes. Also, don't get frustrated with yourself if you're creating something and you're like, oh my god, I've been like doing nothing but just drawing the outline for an hour. Yeah, no, yeah. When I made the new patterns for these guys, I think it took me about 2 hours to redraw. And I think an hour to cut everything out. And an hour to glue. Maybe even 2 hours to glue everything together. So yeah. No, things that take time. Nothing happens instantly. Yeah. Whoops. I made a whoopsie. I accidentally did the wrong color there. Oh well. At least with paint, though, you know, if it's not good, it can be just covered up. Alrighty. There we go. I think this is looking pretty good. See how much, like, the shading just alone, just, it gives it so much more interest. Look at the before and after. Oh my gosh. I love it. See? Just taking a minute to add in those details, it adds a lot. You know, Ibalea, I like that. I've never heard of that before, but I really like that. Remember, if you cut corners, you might end up with a ball, and you know what happens when you accidentally step on something round? You slip and fall. I like that. I've never heard of that before, but I really like that, and I think it's so true. So I'm gonna say, don't cut corners. Something I used to do with oil paintings that I don't do now. Um, a big thing was I used to sharply like section off certain parts of my painting. Like I wouldn't let the lines blend into each other. So if you looked really closely at all my old oil paintings, like there's like almost a line because where I like would meet up the two colors, there'd be like a little graphite gap. Now when I have lines meet up, I blend them. So my old paintings used to look really sharp because of that. They weren't like soft because I wouldn't let the colors overlap. So, but now I do. And I look at my old paintings and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go back and I want to like blend the edges. I was so used to like tempera paint and acrylic paint where you do that. In oils, you can blend all those like edges to make them softer. Blending this edge here a little bit better. The inside edge is definitely the most tricky. But it's coming along. Yeah, very true, Evolea. Yeah, you never want the signature super overpowering. That is true. I don't know many people who make actually overpowering signatures. That's why it's good to have a focal point. so it automatically draws the eye to where exactly the artist wants you to look. Just softening that up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I had kind of fun with that hobbit hole painting of putting my signature in the rocks. Make them look like painted rocks. I don't do that to all my paintings, but that one I was like, I'll have some fun. Why not? I know, right? Yeah, you can definitely see the two style differences and that I have from my old style to my new style. Here we go. Yeah, and doing this, it takes time to like blend all the details, make everything soft, make everything shiny. I was debating if I add silver to this, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep it this like matte color. Well, technically it has some gloss to it, but I'm not going to add any metallics. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. Gonna put that flappy in there. And right at the bottom here, I'm gonna add some shading. What seems like such simple little bracelets actually ends up being quite complicated. Sometimes it's the simple like props that are the like they have their own challenges because they're so simple. There's not a lot of places to hide any mistakes. Oh. You know what, Evil Leia? I actually did think about putting on some elf ears. But then I did contemplate it. Decided not today. But I almost did. I'm like, do I really want to put on the elf ears just for 2 hours? Maybe next time. Or I could have put on a flower crown. I do have flower crowns that are just like ready to go. It's just a headband. Definitely could have. Maybe it's a missed opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity for next time. I'll have to bring this outfit back. Bring some more fairiness to the stream. There we go. See, it's a gentle gradient, but it's still there. You know, maybe. I mean, my tiny fairy wings are small enough that I could still sit in the seat and wear my tiny fairy wings. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Evo Leia. Next time. Next time. I have a cute outfit idea too with this little bodice, like a green. I have a really cute green dress that I eventually want to pair this with. So. Right, where am I on time? Looking at the time and looking at how much progress I have here. Maybe I can start the shading on this top part here. Probably won't get done, but I can get started and yeah. Actually, I just noticed something that I want to add. actually gonna add a highlight here and blend it. Ah, thank you, Win, for taking care of that unwanted message. No, it is insane. I agree with you, Win. Ugh, I don't like those. Aw. I know. I'm sorry, Evo Leia. I know. Yes, but that is true. There are all I do continue to post all my VODs on my YouTube, so at least those are there. There we go. I know, the time always feels like it goes by so fast. It really does. Same Win. Same. So at least if I can get the highlights of this top part done, and then I think that'll be a good stopping point for today. Yeah, I think it was pretty good progress. I kind of didn't know what to expect myself to get done for today's stream, except I knew that I wanted like quite a bit of these like smartwatches done. I wanted a big chunk of the smartwatches done. So the fact that I have like one side fully shaded here, that's pretty much ready for the details and the screen, I think is pretty good. I would say that's good progress. There we go. As the paint is drying, it's getting even trickier to get it to blend because it's like thicker when applied. So it's kind of like, like blend, damn it, blend. Why do you not blend? Taking extra concentration. There we go. It's coming. It's coming along. Slowly but surely. And I am planning on working on these even more off of stream. So you'll see big chunks of time where it'll go by and there'll be even more progress made, which will be awesome and exciting. Oh, well, thank you, Blood, for the hearts. I see the hearts. Awesome. There we go. Ah, no. Here I'm trying to blend and it gets more muddy. Aw, thank you, Win, for the Kirby hearts. Aw, and I see, Ka, you have the sleepy Kirby, which I'm guessing that's what you are right now, all wrapped up in a blanket, probably buried in cats. The fluffy fur babies, all snuggly and cuddly. Yes, I see the cat. That's adorable. Yaw. Cats are so cute and they're adorable. And there we go. Alrighty. You know what? I think that's a good stopping point. I wanted to originally also do the shading under the details, but I think that'll just take us a little too over the time. Which I know none of you would complain about, but I have things to go do. So, unfortunately, I can't completely go over time right now as I get distracted by something else. Yes, cats are adorable. I love cats. That's why I think, yeah, my next painting, I'm gonna finish up that cat portrait I was working on. But this cosplay gotta get done. That is true, Evalea. That is true. I did start a tad earlier than I normally do. Just because I was like sitting here and I was like, why wait? You know? Why wait when I'm just like sitting here like, okay, time to start? It's like, what? I'll just get started. I'll just start painting. Why not? No, don't touch. Yeah, I think taking these little flappies, this is what's gonna like hold the bracelets together on my wrist. It's like I'm gonna put Velcro on it. So that's what the purpose of those flappies are. But it looks like the flappies also make really good like stands. I know. I know, right, Evil Leia? I feel like I could totally easily do that with my projects where I sometimes I lose track of time and I'm like, oh my gosh, how much time has gone by? If I don't come to a good stopping point, I could easily do that very easily. Yeah, Nacho. Not a problem. Absolutely. I'll give you a call. Not to worry. And anyway, I'm ending right now, so you'll hear from me soon. Alrighty. Yeah, I got you, Nacho. Alrighty. Aw, thank you, Evil Leia. Thank you. And thank you, Win. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, thank you everyone for joining. I'll see you all on Tuesday. What I'll be working on, not sure. Aw, thank you, Ka. Thank you, everyone. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for hanging out. And then I'll see you all on Tuesday where most likely I'll be working on some cosplay things. Maybe some horns. Who knows? Um, but I will see you all next week. I hope that you all have an awesome weekend. Aw, and thank you, Blood. Thank you for the hearts. Alrighty. See y'all next time. Bye!